Hi, in this video we will discuss how to align a modular grid with the baseline grid, right? I will explain the logic behind each value and also share the mathematical formula I use to achieve the alignment. So let's get started. First, I'll create a new document, hit Ctrl N, take A4 size. For this, for the practice purpose, take A4, right? After that, units, make it points, very important, hit create. After that, I'll take the text tool, draw a text frame. After that, right click, fill with placeholder text, right? My text size is 10 point, leading is 14 point, right? Now, time to set up our baseline grid, right? For that, I'll go to the edit, preferences, grids. I will quickly explain these options. First, you have color, light blue. After that, I want to start it from the top of the page. So I'll make it 0, right? After that, you have two options, top margin, top page. I want it to start from top of the page, right? After that, increment every, make it 14. 14 by 14, your leading size, right? After that, view threshold, make it 50, right? Hit OK. Now, time to turn on the baseline grid. Go to view, grids and guides, show baseline grid, right? Now, after that, select your text frame, scroll down, click on this option, align to baseline grid, right? As you can see that it looks perfect, right? Everything looks perfect, but major problem is that your last baseline grid is not aligning to the bottom of the page. Now, question is, how do we fix it, right? For that, we have to find the perfect leading, right? To find the perfect leading, what you have to do, you have to keep dividing the page height by different whole numbers until you find a leading value that is as close to our leading value, which is 14 point, right? So I'll write it here. I'll create a new text box. I'll write it here. Our page height. How do we find the page height? Just come to the properties, right? This is my page height. I'll copy this, paste it here, right? After that, our leading is 14 point, right? I'll make it a little big. It's not visible. I'll change the leading, right? So this is our page height. This is our leading, right? So what I said, we have to, keep dividing the page height by different whole numbers until you find a leading value that is as close as possible to 14 point or the leading value. So I asked ChatGPT. It suggested two values, right? 14.0315 and 13.8015. Right now, I am going to take this value, right? It is your assignment to check with this value as well once we are done with this video. I'll copy this, right? And we will use this as our leading value, right? This is our final leading value. So I'm going to remove this one, right? I will copy this, right? Select our text. I will paste it here, right? Now we have to enter the same leading value in our preferences and grid settings, right? And once, I do that, notice here, right? The bottom. So I'll hit Control K, right? I'll go to the grid, right? Now I'll enter that leading value 14.0315, right? I'll hit OK. See, it looks perfect, right? This is it. This was one of the main step, right? Remember this, guys. Remember this, right? Now, if you notice one thing, problem is that our margins are not aligning with the baseline grid, right? Now, how do we fix it? Some people take the shape and, try to adjust it. Don't do that. Simple solution is that your margin value should be the multiple of your leading value, right? This is our leading value, right? This is our leading. So I'll copy this, right? Same thing, I'll go to the ChatGPT. I ask the same thing. Give me the table of this number, right? So it, suggested me all the numbers. Right now, I'm going to take the, this number when we multiply it with the 3, right? You must be thinking why I'm taking 3. I'll show you with the 4 as well, right? 4, 2, I'll show you with the 4. Rest, it is your, assignment to practice with these values, right? So quickly, I'll go inside the InDesign, right? After that, We'll go to the layouts, right? Margins and columns, right? Notice here, right? Notice here. I'll enter that value, multiple of leading value, right? So it is here it is. After that, I'll hit OK. See, this is perfectly aligned, right? See, I hope this much is clear, right? Now, next step is to find the total number of baselines inside our live area height. And how do we find the live area height? I will create a shape here, right? This is the height of our live area, right? By the way, when I say live area, I meant live area height. To find the baseline, the formula is baseline is equals to live area divided by leading, right? So our live area is 757.701, right? So I'll go inside the calculator. I'll paste this value divided by our leading value 14.0315, right, is equals to 54. How many baselines do we have? 54. I will write it down. 54, right? Now, time to create a modular grid, right? I'll quickly delete these two, right? After that, I will go to the layout, ruler guide. I'll make it Archer, hit OK. After that, again layout, go to create guides. Now, in this one, we have to, in the gutter, we have to enter our leading value, right? And in the numbers, I know 5 and 11 is going to work. How? I will explain you later. See, 1 is not working, 2 is not working, 3 is not working, 4 is not working, 5 is working, 8, 9, 10, see, 11 is working, right? So I'll hit OK, right? And remember, fit guides too, it should be margins, right? Hit OK. Now, time to explain why 5 and 11 worked, why 4 and other numbers did not work out. So let's go inside the Photoshop. I'll quickly explain you. Here I am inside the Photoshop. I'll write down my formula, total baseline minus R minus 1 divided by R, right? Why we are doing R minus 1? Because if we have R rows, we will have one less space between them. For example, 5 rows create only 4 gaps or 4 gutters. So first we remove those 4 gaps from the total space. So I'll quickly demonstrate you inside the InDesign, right? So how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And how many gutters do we have? 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So that means R minus 1. That's simple, right? Let's again go back to Photoshop. Why we are dividing with the rows? After removing the gaps, we divide the remaining space by R because we need to distribute that space equally among all rows, right? So now we'll try with 11 number, right? When we have 11. So I'll put it inside the formula. Total baselines, how many we have? 54, right? So 54 minus R11 minus 1 divided by again 11. So this is going to be 54 minus 10 divided by 11 is equals to 44 divided by 4 is equals to 4. That means this is perfectly valid. And 4 means, that means we will have 4 baseline unit inside per row, right? So again, I'll show you. So this is 4 means 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Again, I'll go inside the Photoshop, demonstrate you with 5. R is equals to 5, right? This is also, valid as well when I showed you. So this is going to be, I'll directly put it to 4 minus, this is going to be 5 minus 1 divided by 5. This is going to be 49, right? No, not 49. I'm sorry. This is going to be 50 divided by 5, right? So this is going to be 10, right? That means we will have 10 baselines per row, right? Now I'll quickly demonstrate you with 6, right? This is 54 minus 6 minus 1 divided by 6. This is going to be 49 divided by 6, right? So this is going to be in decimals, right? I'll quickly clear this. 49 divided by 6, right, is equals to, this is 8 point something something. So this is not going to be valid, right? This decimals are not going to be valid. We need the value in the whole number. So this worked. Now, if you want to save your time, I have a website for you which is designed by Wolf. So you have to come here, right? How many baselines do we have? Remember, 54. In the height, you have to enter your baseline value, right? And in the gap, you have to enter 1, right? Now, it is showing you two possibilities, right? Always ignore the number 1, right? This is actually useless, like if you ask me in the grid system. So I'll only consider these two options, right? So n is equals to 5 and 11. Now, if you remember correctly, I told you I'll show you with this number as well, right? 56.126260, right? With this margin. Now I will quickly go inside the InDesign and enter those values inside the margin, right? So I'll go inside it, paste it, right? Try to adjust my text box. After that, we have to find the total number of baselines. For that, live area, right? Live area height divided by leading, right? So I'll go inside the calculator, right? Look at this. Right now we have total number of 52 baselines inside this live area, right? Now I'm skipping the calculation part. I'll directly go to that website, right? Right. So 52, right? See, 52 number has no possibilities, right? That is why I skip this number, right? Now, if you ask me, few numbers are, special or sweet numbers, right? Which has more possibilities, right? Look at this 53, it has more possibilities than 52 and 54, right? Look at this 54, 56, again, more possibilities, 56, less possibilities, right? See, 58, right? 59, look at this, massive possibilities, right? 60. Before we finish, let's quickly look at some do's and don'ts when working with Modular and the baseline grids. I'll quickly jump to InDesign, right? Now, don'ts. Never ever change your page height just to make your modular grid work, right? Things doesn't work like that, right? Imagine if your client suggested you to use the A4 size, right? What will you do? Will you change the page height just to make your modular and baseline grid work? No, never ever do that. That is the, not the right way to approach it. Do's. You should always set up your modular grid, baseline grid, and the margins inside the parent page, right? That is the correct approach to do that, right? In my video, actually, I forgot to do that, but it's just for the practice purpose. So when you are setting up your project, just do that, right? Keep that in mind. It is very important, right? Lastly, if you still have any doubts, check out my other video where I have explained everything in detail. I have added the link below, so do check it out. And if you still have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will try my best to answer them. Thank you.